So you can go through this with your registered email ID, Gmail or Gmail, and you can download the study materials of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you can watch this video from YouTube. Okay, I have provided the link to view the access of these videos. Yeah, the internship training, because this is useful for as a tester. Okay, so these are the some 38 are hidden here. So in your email ID you can see the all these videos. Okay, web designing, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Video tutorials are here, and in from the Google Drive you can download HTML, CSS, JavaScript study materials, each and every examples and interview questions and everything. Okay, so I have provided, as well as also I have provided the link for the software testing materials. Okay, that is the one second Google Drive links also provided. You have to just click with your registered Gmail ID, and you can find here the links. This one, software testing materials. Okay, manual testing. Here all these materials I have provided on your registered email ID, right? This is FRS, SRS documentation, project related documentation. And for internship, okay. So once you click on this HTML, so you can see here the HTML examples. Okay, you can download everything. The notes are here. Okay, all well structured and organized notes are available, right? So you can download these notes from here for web designing, and for software testing these materials are available, and these are the notes are available for here. And directly you cannot understand everything, you have to watch this video from here. Okay, you have to watch this video, then you can understand this notes. Okay, so on your time, whatever is the time you will get, you can spend your 1 to 1.5 hours for watching this video, as well as doing the some homework, means doing the practice. Okay, make more practice for web designing, so your interest will be increased for web designing. Okay, so that will be useful for as a tester, that you have the additional knowledge this one. Okay, so let us, we are going to start our session. So in the last class we know the what is testing. Just we are going to check the develop application whether it is working as per the client requirement. So this is what testing. So how you know the as per the client requirement means how you get the requirement. So we have the documentation that is known as FRS, right? FRS. Okay, that is functional requirement specification. FRS, functional requirement specification. The industry will provide you this documentation, and according to the documentation, if the requirement is covering, so we can say this, we done our testing, right, as per the requirement. And we seen the types of the testing, that is what white box testing and black box testing. So white box testing is generally known as structural testing. Okay, structural. And black box is functional testing. Okay, this is not a structure. So because in every programming language, so this having the structure, right? So that's why white box testing is generally done by the developer, because developer write the code and it tests the code whether the code is written by developer, it is correct or not, or you are getting the expected output or not. So before sending to the QA team that test the code, so this is known as the white box testing. Okay, so unit testing is the part of the white box testing. Who will do the white box testing or structural testing? Those who knows the internal logic of code, those who know the coding of the application, right? They will do this type of the testing. Then functional or white box testing. So generally the tester will do. So here we are not going to test the code. We are just checking whether the application is working as per the requirement or not. That is functional requirement. Okay. So how you know the functional requirement? That is what FRS document. So in industry they will provide you the FRS, and nowadays 90% industry use the agile methodology. So there will be the less documentation. Okay, less documentations are available because of the agile. They follows the agile methodology and scrum framework. Okay, you can see the documentation of sample documentation of any project, insurance management system, and you can find here the functional requirement. This is FRS documentation. Okay, functional specification, right? So all the functionality are mentioned here. So how will be the login page? What are the functionalities required for the login page? Okay, everything. How we are describing here. Okay, so tester that use this functional requirement specification documentation, that is login page, insurance management system login page. How the login page, the functionality will be described. Admin home page. Okay, branch, admin home policies, admin home branch. So these are the descriptions are available. Okay, let us see the login page description, functionality for the login page. So the page will fill, this page should have the fields. Okay, which type of fields are there? User ID and password. Okay, so field may be user ID and password, right? Then the functional requirements. So valid is CEO, user ID, password. Clicking on the login button, it will take us the respective admin home page. Okay, the word is very important, that is valid. Okay, valid word is very important. Only valid credential, then it will go to the admin home page. This is our expected result. Okay, this is expected result. Okay, so what will be the actual result? Okay, when the actual result and expected result both are same, then our test case will be passed. So we can write the test case for this one. This is our functional requirement. What is our requirement? Whenever you are going to enter the valid username and password, so it will take us to the admin home page. This is our requirement, right? So this is functional requirement documentation. Okay, valid branch manager user ID. Okay, valid branch manager details. So it will take us to the branch manager homepage. Okay, if you enter the CO details, username and password, that is credential, so it will redirect you to the admin homepage. If you enter the branch manager credential, so it is redirected to the branch manager homepage. Okay, it will, if you enter the agent user ID and password valid, it will take us to the agent homepage. Okay, if you enter the valid customer username and password, then it will take us to the customer homepage. Okay, this is our functional requirement. So according to this one, you can write our test cases. Okay, so writing the test cases are very easy, because if once you know the requirement, so you can easily write the test cases. So every test case there may be the two results. One is the positive, another is the negative. Means if you entering the username and password valid username password, so it will go to the admin homepage or it will not. Okay, it will not or yes. So that will be the two, because so we have to check expected result is same as the actual result. Okay, what is our expected result? This one, whether it is same as the actual result or not. Okay, so we have to check this one. If actual result and expected result both are same, then we can say our test case is passed. Okay, so according to the requirement, we have to write the test cases. So this is our expected result. Successfully login user should have able to see dashboard. Okay, actual result means we are getting this one. Okay, so both are same, then we can say that our test case is passed. So as a tester, you have to maintain this Excel sheet for the test cases. So we have to daily write the test cases. We have to daily execute the test cases. Okay, execution of test cases means just we are going to provide a steps. We have to follow the steps, enter the valid username password like this way, and we have to check this one. If you are getting the expected result and actual result are same, then we can say this is our test case is passed. So how we will get the requirement? That is from the functional requirement specification documentation. Okay, so now we have the functional requirement. Now it is easy, very easy to write the test cases. Okay, you can write according to this one test cases. Now we have the one reset button also there. Okay, what will happen if you click on the reset button? So it will should clear the all this field of the login page. Okay, so you can write here two more test cases for the reset button. Okay, you can write these are the scenarios, you can say these are the scenarios. According to the scenarios you can write the test cases. Okay, that is functional requirement specification. Okay, we can check here the if you admin home page, click on the branch button, then clicking the branch registration link will be add the new branch details. Okay, so for this one here all fields are mandatory. Okay, this is our functional requirement. Branch name should accept the 4015 alphanumeric. Okay, so this is not the alphanumeric, it's only the alphabetic. Okay, branch name should not contain the numeric value. Okay, like this way, this is our functional requirement. Okay, so whether it is working as per the functional requirement or not. Okay, so this kind of testing will done by the tester. So this is what black box testing or functional testing. Okay, white box testing means coding. Okay, code, right? Code, test the code. So white box testing means those who knows the knowledge of the internal logic of code of the application, then you can do that type of testing. So it's known as a black glass box testing. It's also known as okay, unit testing or component testing belongs to the white box testing. Okay, so what is unit testing? So developer do the unit testing. Developer write the units of code. Okay, small unit of the code. For example, for button they have written the 4 to 5 lines of code, and they are uh, testing the code. That is known as unit testing. Okay, small amount of the code, small line of the codes are writing and testing before the sending to the QA team. Okay, before sending to the QA means quality analysis quality assurance. This is our testing team, QA team and testing team. Okay, QA team nothing but the testing team, dev team and QA team. Okay, so unit testing are belongs to the white box testing, right? So what they are going to test developer? So they are testing the coverage of the code statement, branches, path and conditions. Okay, like this way. So this is clear box testing, open box testing, large box testing. So white box testing design techniques are this one: control flow testing, data flow testing. These are the techniques, okay, that uses by the developers. What are the levels of the white box testing? That is unit testing, integration and system testing. So unit testing means we are going to test the code within the module, single module. Integration means we are going to test the code between the two or more modules. Okay, between the units. This is unit 1. Okay, this is unit 1, right? This is unit 2. Okay, this is unit 3. So we are going to check the data flow between the all this unit. Okay, data flow between the all this unit. Okay, data flow between the all units, right? That is what integration testing. We are going to check all these modules are integrated properly or not, and there whenever the code is changes here, so something code is also going to change here. Okay, then system testing. So we are going to test the path between the all the systems. So now this is working in the one system, let us check in the another system, or let us check in the another system with having a different environment, different hardware, different softwares, right? So that is integration. So now black box testing. Okay, so we are the tester, we involve in this testing. That is what black box testing. But in interview definitely they will ask you what is white box testing and what is unit testing. 100% interview question. Okay, 100% interview question they will ask what is unit testing. Okay, unit testing and white box and black box testing. Okay, this type of question will be asked. Okay, once we enter in our syllabus, in our course, so then you are easily understand and you can easily say what is testing, what is unit testing, like this way. Okay, so practically we are going to do this one. So what is black box testing? So recently I have explained the black box testing. So we are going to check whether it is working as per the functional requirement or not. Whether it is working as per the functional requirement or not. Okay, so for example, okay, so this is black box testing means the testing testers we are going to involve here. So here we are going to test the functionality. For example, So functional requirement, documentation, whether this field is accepted 4 to 15 alphabetic value or not, not less than 4, not more than 15, exactly 4 to 15 should be acceptable. Okay, so we are checking as per the functional requirement. This is functionality, right? Whether it is working as a functional requirement or not, that is we are checking. So this is what comes under the black box testing. Okay, this is comes under the black box testing. Also you can check the logo is put properly or not. Okay, this is displayed properly or not. Spelling mistake, grammatical mistake, logo size, UI testing. Okay, whether this is visible or not, the size of this button, color, everything, field, text field, this one. Okay, question mark, login button, everything. Suppose if you click on the register, it is should redirect to the registration. Okay, I agree to proceed. Okay, whether it is working properly or not, the functionality is working properly or not, this kind of thing. Okay, everything. So that everything we are going to test. Okay, so this is what black box testing, right? This is black box testing as per the requirement, functional requirement. So here internal system design is not considered in this type of testing. Internal system design means coding. Okay, whatever the code you have written, you are not going to consider here. Okay, so we are just considering the UI development functional requirement. Okay, so here whatever the code is written, that it doesn't matter. Okay, whatever the code is written here, that it doesn't matter. Okay, we are just checking here the functionality. Okay, we are giving here just UI that is showing something here, but we are not aware about this code. Okay, just we are going to right click here and UI, this is the UI code. Okay, but the functionality code you are not going to check, that is the application is developed in this PHP, but PHP code is not visible to us. Okay, that is deployed in the server. Okay, they have deployed this application in the server, right? So the something they have written the code with the database, that's why it is displaying here something, right? So the data is showing here. Okay, but we are just checking this code. Okay, sorry, we are not checking this code, we are just checking the functionality, whether it is displaying the properly or not. Okay, the amount is displaying properly or not, all this check. Okay, the details are showing properly or not, this button is showing properly or not, if you click on the edit, so it is ready to edit or not. Okay, so that the functionality we are going to check. So this is what black box testing, everything functionality. Okay, this functionality, so we are not aware about this code. So as a tester we are not aware about this code. Okay, whatever the internal code is written by the developer, we are not going to check this code. Then what we are going to check this code, we are going to check the output, means application, whether it is working properly as per the requirement, as per the functionality is working properly, button is working properly, logo is displaying properly or not. Okay, this kind of testing we are going to do. Here the tests are based on the requirement and functionality. The test cases are depend upon the requirement and functionality, that is we are going to cover. Okay, developer write the code and we are not going to test the code. What we are going to check the test, we are going to check the functionality. Okay, whatever the code is written by the developer, that it doesn't matter. Okay, what is the matter, whether the this application is working as per the functional requirement or not, that is the matter, that's it. So how we are going to check, as per the requirement, as per the functionality requirement. Okay, so other than the unit testing, the remaining testing types belongs to the black box testing, because unit testing is belongs to the white box testing. Okay, and remaining testing is belong to the black box testing. Okay, so you can check here the levels of the testing. Okay, so from here, these are the very important concept. What are the types of testing and everything? Okay, so definitely they will ask in interview. Okay, so you can check here the levels of the testing. Okay, levels of the testing. You can find here levels are applicable: unit testing, integration, and system testing. Okay, this is belongs to the white box testing. Integration and system testings are belongs to the black box testing. Okay, you can check here. Other than unit testing, remaining testing types belongs to the black box testing. Okay, because we are checking the functionality and everything. Okay, so white box testing focus on the internal logic of code. Okay, white box testing consider internal software and code working. Okay, but your black box testing we are not aware about this code. Okay, so then white box testing techniques, very important as a part of the interview. Okay, what are the different methodology used for the black box testing technique? That is equivalence partitioning. Okay, so boundary value analysis, then cause effect graphing. So these are the some methodology uses in black box testing. Okay, so in the test plan, the test plan is written by the test lead. In IT industry, how it is work? We have the testing manager, okay, that assign the test lead, okay, TL test lead, and test lead write the test plan. Okay, he will responsible for writing the test plan. In the test plan, how we are going to test the application and what will be the resources required, what will be the time, and how we are going to test the application, that is described in the test plan. Okay, so in the test plan they maintain the methodology. So that is boundary value analysis, equivalence partitioning, cause effect graphing. These are the methodology involved. They are written in the test plan, and you can do this manually or automation testing. Okay, let us. I am going to show you the one test plan document, sample document for the test plan. Okay, so this is what test plan. So for every testing the application, test plan is mandatory. Okay, this is e-commerce domain test plan. Who will write the test plan? Test lead is responsible for creating the test plan. Okay, in the test plan, what contains the test plan? The test plan contains the objective of the testing and entire application, how we are going to test the application manually, automatically, functionality, resources, methodology. Okay, that the entry criteria, exit criteria, everything that is mentioned in the test plan. Okay, roles and responsibility. Okay, then deliverables, testing strategy, schedule, deliverables means deliverables means documents. Okay, entry and exit criteria, suspension and resumption, when you have to stop, when you have to resume. Okay, suspend and resume, risk and mitigation and approvals. Okay, once all the test cases are executed with having the proper report. Okay, no report, no bugs, 100% free. Okay, that is as per the requirement or this one, then we are going to present to our client. Okay, so everything is mentioned in the test plan, schedule, everything. Okay, so what are this one, how we are going to track the report. Okay, how we are going to test, that is mentioned everything. Okay, test manager, test lead, what are the responsibility of every person, defect reporting, how we are going to defect report. Okay, so here testing methodology, requirement analysis. So testing methodology, you can see the testing strategy, you can check here, equivalence, class partitioning, boundary value analysis, decision table testing, state transition testing, use case testing. Okay, so we'll apply the several test designing techniques for creating test cases. So they will provide you the training. Okay, if you have the 1 year experience or if you have the 5 year experience, okay, directly they are not going to depute on the project. Definitely and 100% they will provide you KT. What is KT? Do you have any idea about the KT? They will provide a KT. What is KT? Yeah, so the knowledge transfer training. Okay, so if you have the 1 year experience or the 5 year experience, they will provide you the training, that is knowledge transfer training. Okay, so that's why the everything will be provided you. Okay, don't aware of this one. So they will give you the time to understand the requirement. They will give you the time to learn the new technology. Okay, they will give you time. Don't worry. Everything they will provide. So, but you have to maintain properly. You have to just learn properly to get a job in the IT industry as a tester. Okay, so everything will be available here. So these are the techniques, methodology are available, but you have to know the basic idea about the testing. Okay, what is boundary value analysis, what is the equivalence partitioning, what is the decision table. Okay, you have to know this one because no one will teach you this one, right? So these are the concept of the manual testing. So manual testing concept should be clear. That is very very important. So that technique we are going to follow. Okay, so how we can follow this technique? Suppose we have this one branch name accepted 4 to 15. That means not less than 4 and not greater than 15. Exactly should be 4 to 15. Okay, this is the three test cases we are written. Not less than 4, not greater than 15, exactly between the 4 and 15. Exactly 4 or exactly 15. This is what boundary value analysis. Okay, this is what boundary value analysis. These are the techniques. So we are going to see details in the next classes. Don't worry. Okay, 4 to 15. Okay, below 4, then 15, and here is the criteria how we are going to do this one. Okay, don't worry. We have the training session. Okay, on this one. Okay, so boundary value analysis, equivalence partitioning, and cause effect graphing. So now let us see the difference between the black box and white box testing. Okay, so here the black box testing and white box testing. So black box testing means we are not going to check the code of the software. Okay, see here, this is the software. Black means you are not going to enter into the code. We just giving the input and checking the output. Okay, we are just giving the input and checking the output whether it is working as per the functional requirement, as per the client requirement or not. This is black box testing. Developer write the code and check here, give the input and check the output. Okay, so we just check whether it is getting the as per the requirement as a output of this code or not. So you have to check something the code, then you are going to check the code. Okay, so for example, they have written the code to calculate the premium calculator or maturity amount calculator. Okay, investment maturity amount calculator, but they are providing the 7.2 as a investment rate. Okay, sorry, 7.2 as a interest rate, and you are not getting the expected result. So you are getting the something wrong result. So that means there is a wrong in code. Okay, so if you want to get 200 but you are getting here the 210 result, that means there is a written code. Okay, they have written the wrong code, right? That means they have written the wrong code, so there is a code mistake, right? So that is the thing. So this type of testing done by the developer, they check the code is working properly or not. Okay, sometimes you are getting the error also in the code. So they will involve all these lines of code will be checked, all the lines of code and getting the expected result or not. Okay, without error free, no error. The white box testing generally done by the developer, black box testing done by the tester. Okay, who will do the white box testing? Those who knows the knowledge of internal logic of code, those who knows the knowledge logic internal logic of code. And black box testing, the generally tester will do the black box testing. They not require the coding knowledge. Okay, black box tester doesn't require the coding language, white box tester require the coding language. And unit testing is the part of white box testing. Okay, then integration testing, system testings are the part of black box testing. Okay, is this clear? Can check the definitions also, what are the criteria for black box testing and white box testing. Can see the definition. Black box testing is a software testing method in which internal structure, design or implementation, the item being tested is known to the tester. Okay, because he's a black box tester. He doesn't know the coding, he doesn't know the internal structure of designing, he doesn't know the implementation. Okay, so this type of tester is known as black box tester. Okay, if we are the black box tester, that is we don't know the knowledge of the coding, we know only the functionality, we have to check only the function. White box tester, this type of testing, white box testing is a software testing method in which the internal logic or design or implementation of the item being tested as a known to the tester. Okay, here not known to the tester, here known to the tester, because it's a white box testing method. Okay, this is method white box testing. So in the white box testing, internal logic, internal method, that is structure, design, implementation, that is known to the tester. Okay, that tester is known as the white box tester. So this will generally do by the developer. What are the applicable levels applicable to? Okay, generally the levels are applicable here, the mainly applicable to the high level of the testing. Okay, that is acceptance testing. Okay, acceptance testing means we are going to, users are entering the data. Okay, that is acceptance testing, user acceptance testing, user entering the data and testing the application. System testing, these are the applicable level. And here the mainly applicable to the lower level of testing, that is unit testing and integration testing. So integration testing can be done by the developer as well as tester. Okay, so how the developer will do the integration testing? To check the data flow between the two or more modules, okay, with internal logic of code. Okay, and the tester will do the integration testing, it will just check the data flow between the all these modules, that's it, without knowledge of code. Okay, integration testing is done by the developer with the knowledge of code, and the integration testing is developer by the done by the tester without internal logic of code. Okay, responsibility generally independent software tester will do, because we are the independent tester. So daily they have given the task, test cases assigned to us, and we are going to daily execute the test case. Okay, execution of test cases mean whatever the written there, would check the validate functionality of the any module. Okay, so that is what functionality we are going to check. Okay, so here independently we can check. So white box testing generally software developers will do. Okay, so in the development team, that is collaborated the code. Okay, and we contributed independently, the tester contributed independently. Okay, so programming knowledge is not required for the black box testers. Okay, not required. Okay, programming knowledge not required for the black box tester. So in the white box testing, the coding knowledge is required, must. Implementation knowledge not required, but here knowledge, implementation knowledge required. Basis for the test cases. Okay, requirement specification, detailed design. Okay, what is the basis for the test cases? So basis, what is the basis? That is a requirement. As per the requirement, we can write the test cases, then we can do the black box testing. Okay, so how we can write the test cases? According to the test scenario. How we can find the test scenario? From the use cases or further from the documentation. So we write the test cases, then test scenario first, then we write the test cases, and then we check the test cases is working, giving the actual result as per the expected result or not. So that is known as the execution of the test cases. Okay, so on the basis of the test cases, we can check the black box, we can do the black box testing. Okay, basis of the test cases we can do the black box testing. And then we required okay, details designing, then we can do the white box testing. Okay, so basis of the test case we can write the requirement specification. Okay, and for the developer required a detailed documentation, right? So this is about black box and white box testing. So if you have any doubt in the black box and white box testing, so can you please tell me if you have any doubt? Slim, do you have any doubt in this concept, that is black box and white box? Hi Slim. Okay, we can continue. Yeah. So our next topic is SDLC. So earlier we seen types of the testing: white box, black box testing. White box is known as structural testing, black box is known as functional testing. White box testing method, those who knows the internal logic of code, they will do that testing. So generally developer will do. Unit testing is the part of white box testing. Functional testing is nothing but a black box testing. Here we are going to check whether the application is working as per the functional requirement or not. Okay. Next, the topic is SDLC, that is what software development lifecycle. Okay. So this is our next topic, SDLC. So how the sum work. So I'm going to stop here. Tomorrow we are going to cover this topic. Okay. Is it okay?